What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not, my name is Kylie. And today I was thinking about doing something pretty simple, just pretty much something that I've been doing for the last 3 years now or so. I started in 2022. Okay, the start date is 10/17/2022. And that's my book journal, and I really love doing a reading book journal thing. Is it called a reading journal or a book journal? I kept calling it a book journal for so long, but then I go on YouTube and it says reading journal. So I guess that's just me not being up to date on what things are called. Reading journal, we're gonna just stick to that. So I've been doing a reading journal for a long time now, and I really enjoy it. It really got me into like scrapbooking more. So now I have like a book just separate with just like my scrapbooking things. So I thought, what better way than to show you my book journal. So when I do my reading vlogs, especially towards the end of the month, you'll know everything that's already in my reading journal. I don't have to like show anything except for the one that I'm working on that day. That's just how my mind works. I don't know. So I'm going to just pretty much walk you through my journal. It's very simple setups, and it's very much inspired by Pinterest and things I've seen on there. So it's nothing crazy. Where's this truck? I hear it. Okay. So it's nothing crazy, like out there, but it's definitely in my own version of things. I might have seen something and got inspired. There's so many loud cars today. I might have seen something and got inspired by it and did my own little twist on it, but mostly I've seen all these things on Pinterest. Each year I kind of stuck with a color and each year I kind of stuck with I don't know why my smart brain keeps telling me to record when school gets let out, because now there's all these buses and they're so loud. Anyway, each year I color coordinate, kinda. Last year it was very blackish, like that was my color tone, so black and white, some grays, every now and then a hint of color, but it was mostly black and white theme. This year for some reason I went with the goldish tones. You'll see what I'm talking about in like 2 minutes. Actually, you'll see what I'm talking about like right now, because I think that's all I really have to explain, and unless I am showing you what I am explaining. Does that make sense? I'm a little all over the place, but I'm gonna show you my reading journal. Please, warning, my handwriting is super bad, so please don't come for me. I know, my handwriting needs some work. I feel like a 5th grader sometimes. I know. Even one of my friends from high school was like, Kai, you still write like this? I'm like, I know! I guess I don't write enough to get better, but I tried my best in this reading journal, okay? Sometimes you're just gonna make mistakes in here too, so it's not like, and it's really for my personal stuff. I wasn't really gonna show everyone, but I was like, this is a good thing to show, and it's reading, and this is what I really enjoy. So here we go. So this is my reading journal. As you can see, it's been through a lot. I've had it for a while, as I said earlier. So this is all from 2022 to now. So this is my front page, I like to call it. And I just put a little quote. She had her addictions, and one of them was reading. I just thought that would be kind of cute to add on to it, so I did. So my goal this year is to read at least 85 books. So here I have the numbers of boxes, and I pretty much just color them in with this crayon that I really like. And this box here is pretty much in case I read more books than I'm supposed to, or just all the stats of how many books that I end up reading, because I have a feeling, since I'm already close to 23, that I'm going to read more than 85 books this year. I'm not sure, because who really knows, but that's just a feeling that I'm having. So I'm not really sure what this box might be. It might be for the extra books that I read, or for the stats of all the books. This is my to be read list. So pretty much what I do here is if I really want to read a series or a book or anything, I have boxes to say that I own it, so I don't forget that I have a book that I just can't see right now, or it's hidden away under a shelf or something. At least I know that I do own that, and it can be read. So for the red boxes, as you can see, it's just for when I own a book, I'll check it, and then when I read that book, I will check it. Last year I had a lot of these, and I didn't really finish even half a page, so this year I kind of try to make them bigger, and so I can have less, because last year I didn't do so good. So I don't want to do too much and make my goals too high and I can't reach it, and I feel very sad at the end of the year when I see this and it is not fully done. Yeah, my TBR list. So this is my index. I'm not sure if I'm going to blur this part out because I didn't really want people to know my March reads yet. But this is pretty much what I do. Last year I put stars, real stars, and colored them in, but it was looking a little messy for my liking. So this year I wanted to just write the stars down of how many stars they are. If you can see that. It looks a lot cleaner to me, at least. I don't know how people might feel about that, but to me it looks a lot cleaner and I really like how that looks. Yeah, so this is just my index spread. I'm really glad I make it 2 pages, because if it's already 3 months and this page is almost gone, 2 pages is definitely going to be needed. So that's that. This is my monthly review page. I also stuck with the gold themed, and there's little gold speckles on the background. Oh, I ended up putting these little stickers on the bottom here just to give it a little bit of greenery. I felt like it looked a little plain without something down here. Pretty much what I do is for January, I take my total pages of all the books that I read all together. I do my total books and how many hours I read those books for, and my average star rating. I didn't do the average star rating last year. That's something that I added in this year. And it's really cool to see stats like this and statistics like this because I read the same amount of books in February from January, but I read so many more hours in January and a lot more pages, so I guess that kind of adds up. But it's really cool to see this. The same books can be so different. The same amount can be so different. I haven't added March on here yet, but I'm going to do that at the end of the month. I'm still reading, March is still going. And then here is my book series. I really wanted to, last year I did full 2 pages. This year I don't want to read too many series, because a lot of series that I do want to read this year is like 5, 6, maybe even 10 books. Like Throne of Glass. I don't know how many books that is, but I know it's a lot. I feel like it's probably 10, maybe even 12. I'm not sure, but I know it's a lot of books. Yeah. So this year I just wanted to keep it kind of simple. So pretty much what I do is I put the name of the series at the top, the date that I started, and then the date that I finished, and how many books is in that series I already read. Like for Things We Got Over, I am now on the 2nd book. Actually, I just finished the 2nd book. So I will go ahead and draw that little box. And actually, let me just do that now. So I added the square. Whenever I get to the 3rd book, I will just add on to the square. And when I finish, I'll just add the date that I finished that series on. So this is my book series page. So this is the fun page for me. So this is my bingo and A to Z page. I pretty much just cut out a picture of this. It's not really a star, but it's like the sun peeking through trees, and it kind of looked like a star to me at least. So I picked that one. Each of these are new. I did this also last year, these 2 setups. But this year I wanted to try to write new things. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm working on it, and it's not like I'm gonna stop once I actually get bingo. I'm gonna just keep going and see how many bingos I can get this year. And if there's a book that I have that can fill out 2 bingos. I'm just gonna pick one because I don't want to fill out both of them for that specific book. So I'll probably just pick one, which is what I have been doing so far. Yeah. So that's my bingo. This is my A to Z. I think last year I only did 20 or 21, so this year I'm gonna try to focus on it and try to get it done because it is so hard to get a letter, and I don't go with the. If anything has the, I try to just like, or like it has to be a name that starts with an A, or a word that starts with an A. Because I already have a lot of books that I could have done A for, but I don't want to cheat myself out and just be easy. I haven't done the ratings yet, so I need to get to that, but that will get done sooner than later. This is my just book library. I'm gonna just fill it out, color it in, I mean, as I go along. I left this space here just in case I do read more than 85 books this year. I can have space to fill that in. Is that better? That's a little better. So this is just, it speaks for itself. I'm just gonna color it in as I go. So this part is why I have these here and a bunch of little paper scraps over here, is because this is my fave quotes of the year. So whenever I find like a book that I really love and it had a really nice quote for me, I'm going to add it onto here. I'm probably going to do this on camera so you guys can just see a little bit of how I can get creative. So this is where I'm going to print out all of my books of 2024. I haven't done that yet because I kind of like to just do it all at once and just put it all in here because it takes forever to print those little books out and then cut them all up and then paste them all in here. It takes a lot of time actually. So I like to try to do it every 3 months. So this month is ending, so I'm probably gonna do that soon. So my next page is my monthly stats, I guess you can say. This looked a lot different last year, but this year I'm running out of space, as you can see, so I had to improvise. So that's what I did. So this is pretty much all of the pages that I read every day. This indicates what color is for what book. And the little blue heart, you may ask, is my favorite book of that month. And I just like to see this because I really just know like, oh, that day I must have had a lot to do, or that day I just didn't feel like it, or that day I was in a reading frenzy and just was reading the entire day. So I also put my stats here that you saw before. And this is pretty much where I get those stats from, my monthly review. And down here, this looked totally different last year because last year I actually had space to just do a whole page for each of them. So what it really should look like is this. So this is my favorite book for the month of March of last year. This is what it's supposed to look like. It's a lot more neater and more nicer. And this was my favorite book, which is Daisy Jones and the Six. So these are just the vibes that I was getting from Daisy Jones and the Six. And this is just, I don't know, where my mind took me when I thought about the book. Yeah. So this is what it's supposed to look like. But I just don't have the room this year, so I had to downsize by a lot. So yeah, so this is my favorite book, A Little Life. This is just the vibes and the feelings I was getting from it. Yeah. And then this is February's. My favorite book was Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow. It was really hard to find pictures that I still have, so I didn't have to like order or print out new things. So I just used what I had. I use a lot of the water pictures that I have because like in the game that they were making, they really wanted the water to look real and true and like you can feel it while you're playing the game. So I just really wanted that to be a part of this. So this is just the vibe that I also got from that book. And then this will be for my March reads. which I haven't done yet, but I am actually about to do right now.
She was too independent. She was too independent.
So I'm pretty sure I already showed you guys, but I'm just doing this last bit. So I did my fave quotes. I think it turned out pretty cool. So these stickers are where I'm going to put my favorite quotes. I did 11, 1, 2, 3, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was like, I swear I did 11. I did 11. Last year I think I did more and I didn't get to fill them all out, but this year I'm really gonna try to fill all 11 of these out. There has to be 11 quotes out of all the books, 85 books that I read, that I really, really enjoy and don't want to forget. So that's where this page comes in. And then for the last page, I pretty much just did my setup that I normally do. And I just did it for March. I have my days, my pages, my stats, and then this is where I'm going to put my little scrapbook section area. So that's pretty much it. You see how thick this reading journal is? This is a thick boy. She's thick right here. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so please like and subscribe to this video if you liked it. If you liked my reading journal, please comment down below if you have anything in your reading journal that you think I should add to mine, or if you just liked my reading journal. Everything is from Pinterest, or I might have just put my own little twist into it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate you, and I hope I get to see you, or you get to see me, in the next one. Later.